Cub Scouts, we're going to be making an ice lantern today, and you will need a milk jug. It could be a 2-liter, it can be a 4-liter, it could be a carton. And you're going to need a smaller container to put inside of it. I used scissors, a Sharpie, and a ruler so that I had a nice cut. More on that in a second. And we're going to need some duct tape. So let's take a look at what we got here. So this is what my milk jug normally looks like. Hold on, I move my camera. Ah, there it is. And it has, of course, the handle. And the point where the handle is kind of a weird shape. And it doesn't work so good for our mold. So what I did is I made a line underneath the handle so that I had a really nice shape. I used my Sharpie and my ruler to make that line. You could do it freehand, and then snip snip using a pair of sharp scissors and your parent's supervision and permission. I cut that top off. This I don't need anymore, although I could use it for a funnel, but I don't need it. What else have I got? Well, I've got this, and that is could be a yogurt tub. It could be a tin can. Don't use glass. Glass will break, but this works really good. I've tried it out a couple times. And then I'm going to use duct tape because duct tape is super duper strong and it works really well for this project. So I have my duct tape all ready to go. And I'm going to crisscross applesauce it here. And I'll see if I can get it in a little straighter than last time, because that was my problem, was that it twisted while it was outside and it froze too close to an edge, and so I didn't have a nice equal outer edge. And then when I took it out of the mold, it broke. Okay, so let's give this one a try. Oh, this one might be a little better. Ho ho ho. I kind of like that already a little better. By the way, this is why we experiment ahead of time. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. Cold water. I'm just going to pour it in the side, right? Not in the cup itself. I want that to be a big giant donut when it freezes. And we'll put it outside and we'll see if this works. And it's still minus 30 outside, so again, this shouldn't take very long. Okay, let's take a look before I get going. I don't have any twisting this time around. It looks still like the cup is pretty straight. And so again, we see that natural buoyancy is pushing up on the inner cup. The water pushes up. That's the same thing that makes a canoe work, or even a big cruise ship. Right? We have buoyancy, we have displacement, all good stuff. Now let's put it outside and see what we get in a few hours again. Okay, Cub Scouts, we're back, and I think I've had some better results this time around. Let's take a peek. So, yeah, oh yeah, not quite so bulgy. Oh, this looks like it's straight, so that's a good sign. So once again, I am going to remove my tape. Oh, guess what? It's not ready. Let's take a look inside here. You see the water in there? It's still kind of gushy. Alrighty, so back in this goes. Ha ha ha! You can see it bouncing right back up. We'll taper down and put it back outside, and we'll see how it turns out. And we're back, and our ice mold has done its job, and I have a giant ice cube here. Let's take a quick look at it. So I can feel that the ice is pushing out on the plastic because water when it freezes expands. And in fact, this bottom isn't as flat as it used to be because it's pushed down on the bottom too. So it looks like I have a nice straight hole. Well, it's not really a hole, it only goes part of the way down, right? It's like I'm making a giant ice cup. And let's just take a look inside. I don't know if you can see it, but the ice has pushed this way. So instead of expanding this way, that way, it expanded this way and it started collapsing our cup that's on the inside. So if I had a stronger cup on the inside, what would happen is my ice might go up and I'd get a taller lantern, or it would go out more and I would get a more squishy one. But in this case, because the plastic cup that I used is a little on the weak side, it pushed in and ate up some of the space on the inside. All right, now to get this out of the mold, because that's what I want to do, I could cut it off, but if I want to use this mold again, I want it to slip out. So to get it to slip out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some water on it, and it will just melt it enough that the whole thing should slide out. So let's give that a try. In fact, I think it's going to be pretty quick. Yeah, that didn't take much at all. I can feel it moving already. You can actually see it moving already. Here it comes. You can see it's already sliding out. Oops. And like I said, that bowl, that cup isn't very strong. I need a little bit more. There it comes. All right, so I've got my main block of ice out of the mold. Now I need to get the cup out. And so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some water in here. And I'm just going to give it a moment or two. And it should come out also. Now, in this case, I happen to have a lot of these glasses, so I could actually break the glass. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, actually, no, don't need to. Here it comes. And out it comes. I can reuse that later. Oh, maybe not. I got a rip in it. Okay, so what's the next step? Well, the next step is I'm going to actually make the lantern part. Now, it's daylight right now, so we're not going to see it quite so good. But I have here some different kinds of lights. Oops. One of them is a tea light. Oops. There we go. One of them is a tea light, and you guys all should have one because you had them in your pumpkins this year. And I put it in a plastic bag so that if this starts thawing and freezing again, then I will have it protected. Now, let's see. Like I said, it's daylight right now. Oh, there we go. We can see it pretty good here. So if I have that outside, it'll look pretty nice at night. And the other one I can do is I can do these LED lights. And these ones actually have a timer on them. Again, I've got them all nice and sealed up in plastic. Oh, there we go. This one might not fit so well because of those bumps that I had. But if I turn it over in the snow, oh, it's going to look pretty good. We're going to have to watch this tonight. I will give you an update later. It's going to be pretty tight on this corner. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Well, I'm going to put some warm water on the inside in my can. We'll see if that works, if it'll slide out. Yep, I can feel it twisting. Oh, and my lantern side was too skinny. You can see what happened is it popped out. However, I think I can still use it. So my plan had been to have my candle like this, or my ice mold like this, with my light in it. It's hard to see. I think I'm going to have to turn these lights down a little bit. Or I can use this one, which has got LED lights. Well, there you can kind of see it. So if I put this outside, you will see it like this. I won't show the back. And there's another one. Oh, I kind of like that one.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Now I could display it like this. I could also display it on its side, and you wouldn't see that I have an issue on the back. I'm going to try this again. Oops. I am going to try this again tomorrow, and I'll see if I can position my pop can a little better. But as you can see, I have a pretty cool looking light.